Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Sports Cards on the Rocks, and yet again tonight we are opening up another 1986 Topps Baseball retail box here. 36 packs in the box, I believe, and I think we've got, I don't remember how many cards are in here. I have to open it up and find out, but in any case, this was authenticated and sealed by Baseball Card Exchange. Got these off their website. I bought two of these, $100 a piece, and I think we had free shipping and maybe free sales tax. So it was, yeah, the total was right around $200. So not a bad deal. I've seen them cheaper on eBay, but you got to factor in shipping and sales tax as well. But in any case, not a bad deal from Baseball Card Exchange. And we've gone through one box already. If you haven't seen the episode, it's up on the channel. Here are the pulls that we had from last time. We had an Ozzie Smith, a Ryan Sandberg, a Dwight Gooden, Don Mattingly. We had a Wade Boggs. We got the Ricky Henderson, Mike Schmidt, Kirk Gibson, Tony Gwynn, Cal Ripken Jr., Roger Clemens. We got the Pete Rose #1. Nice little ding right there at the top. We got George Brett and a Darryl Strawberry. So we are hoping beyond hope to get the Nolan Ryan in a good enough condition to submit to PSA for hopefully a 10, of course, but we'll take the Nolan Ryan nonetheless. I do have a 1986 Nolan Ryan Topps card, but it's not in great condition, not one that I'd want to get graded. So we are going to hopefully pull one out here in this video and good enough condition to get a 10, because that is the goal. We're going to dive into here and pull these packs out. There are lots of them in here. 15 cards per pack, 36 packs per box. Takes a while to get through them all, but it is a fun rip. And let's go ahead and get active and getting these things ripped open. Let's see what we can pull. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot, though. We need to pour our bourbon. This is New Riff. It's a great whiskey. It is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. A little bit of difference on there. And it has a great smooth taste to it. I'm really enjoying this bottle. It is quite delicious. It goes down very smooth. It doesn't have that nasty burn that you'll get with a lot of other bourbons or whiskeys, whichever you prefer. And it's got a great flavor. It's really good. You don't get that overpowering ethanol smell when you sniff it, and you certainly don't get the burn. Oh, there's the gum. I was like, I don't feel the gum on here. Okay. Who do we got in this pack? Let's get rid of this card. See who we got here. All right, we got Dave Sachs, Checklist, Joe Nierko, Sullivan, Mike Brown. Is a Lee Lacey. I'm not recognizing any of these names. Yeah, I don't know any of those. All right, first pack bust. All right, we got the bad one out of the way at the beginning. That's what we want. We want to get all the bad packs out of the way. Get rid of that one. All right, Britt Burns starting us off. Mariners leaders. Who's the Mariners leaders? Dave Henderson. Pascal Perez. Johnny LeMaster. Jerry Reed. Jerry Willard. It's not the right Orioles we're looking for. Not the right Twins. We're looking for the Kirby Puckett. All right, we've got two bad packs out of the way. All right. It might take a few before we pull a Hall of Famer. Can't get a Hall of Famer in every pack. It just statistics say no, not really all that possible. Wrong Astros. All right, Mariners. Jim Beatty. Expos leader. That is a Andre Dawson. Kirk McCaskill. Mark Davis. There's a Mike Schmidt. Okay, there's our first hit. Let's take a look at the condition of this card. Corners and edges actually look really great, but the centering is... centering's not great. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. And as always, we're going to do our little flick trick on our penny sleeve. Make sure that goes in nice and smooth. Go ahead and set up a gallery here. Mr. Schmidt will go up there front and center. Well, not front. Well, not center, but at least he's in the front. All right, Giants leader. This is a Greg Minton, and that's the bubblegum destruction. Dickie Thon. Dickie Thon. We've got a Dwight Gooden. All right, so here's another hit here. Reminds me. Something that we do on this channel. Every time we get a hit, and we do consider the Hall of Famers a hit when we're ripping the vintage wax. And every time we get a hit, we take a drink as a reward to ourselves for pulling something good out of a pack. Not that we have any control over, but... I don't normally use ice cubes because I don't like to dilute the bourbon. But my whiskey stones were not cold. Didn't get them put back in the freezer. There's another Pete Rose. We pulled a Pete Rose in the last video. That is another hit. Pete Rose is a pretty valuable card in gem mint condition, but there is a nice little spot right there, and there's a ding on the corner there. There's a soft corner there. There's another issue up there that I had. You can kind of see it's a little bit bent. Let me get that to focus right. I might be able to buff it out, but I can't do anything about that white dot. The centering's a little bit better than on the Dwight Gooden and the Mike Schmidt, but not that much better. But those are some soft corners. Don't like that. But hey, we're getting that was a good pack. And then to that, we'll take a drink. Might run out of bourbon before we're done opening this box. Okay. Next pack. Those are some good cards. I do like those. Fortunately, I don't think they're gem mint candidates. Get rid of that card. Toss that to the side. We're turning back the clock. 1961, Roger Maris. Oops. What else we got in here? Mike Trujillo. Rich somebody, Gedman. Cubs leader. Cubs leader is Lee Smith. Bob Stanley. Schultz, Mike Stenhouse, Don Baylor, Doug DeSenses, Dennis Lamp, Roger McDowell, Rick Cerrone, Gary Maddox. Okay. It's cool Roger Maris card. The centering on that one looks pretty good. Except for maybe top to bottom. Left to right looks really good though. That to the side. All right, Rob Wilfong starting us off with this pack, followed up by Bill Caudill, Al Cohen's. All right, It's not the right Orioles. Not the right Yankee. Like this pack's gonna be another bust. All right. Nice glasses, dude. It reminds me of the glasses my dad had in the 80s. Shame that the back card is always going to be ruined. And sometimes the front card is ruined too, just because of the wax bleed through. Oh, did I get 2 of these? All right, Harold Baines, Mike Heath. Hey, there's another Pete Rose. That same dot is there, and that same little ding is up there too. What is I pulled 3 Pete Roses out of 2 different boxes, and they all got the same issue. Let me dig through my other one. Where did I? There's the first one I pulled. All right, let's take a look. So this one doesn't have the white dot next to the S, but it's still got that ding right above the D. And then this one has the white dot, and it's kind of got a little bit of some damage right there as well, but it's all up here on the top. That is something happened during this print run. I bet these 2 boxes came from the same case, which probably came off of the same sheet. It's wild. But hey, a hit's a hit. And to hits, we take a drink. We still have more cards in this pack. We didn't get very far into it. I was about to grab another pack to open. Brad Wellman. We got a Brewers leader. Brewers leader is a Charlie Moore. Steve Henderson. Wrong Oriole. Also, it's got the bubblegum damage on the back, so I'm glad that's not the Cal Ripken. The one Cal Ripken I did pull from the previous box opening in 1986, the Cal Ripken. The one Cal Ripken I did pull out of the box was on the back. Or no, it was, I think it was a bubble. Was it bubblegum? It was either bubblegum or wax. I think it might have been wax. So it got the wax damage. It was absolutely kind of useless. There we go. All right, get rid of that one. Okay, we got Lou Thornton. We got a Luis Agayo, Bud Black, Glenn Hubbard, Oral Hershiser. What else we got in here? Nothing so far. Nothing in there. No Hall of Famers. So some of the Hall of Famers that we are going to be looking for, of course, is the Nolan Ryan, the Eric Davis, Ryan Sandberg, Pete Rose, which we've already gotten a couple of those. But we're definitely going to be looking for the Ricky Henderson and the Don Mattingly. Ricky Henderson and Don Mattingly can be worth quite a bit of money in the PSA 10, along with the Pete Rose. Pete Rose card is worth a lot of money. Not as much as the Nolan Ryan is. Nolan Ryan sold 2 or 3 days ago for at a PSA 10 for right around $2,000. Nolan Ryan is, Nolan Ryan is my baseball hero. I don't know if I'd be able to sell a PSA 10 Nolan Ryan 1986 even for $2,000. I would have to be, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't made the decision. I've considered it if I did pull it and got it graded and came out of 10, and I have not been able to answer that question for myself. Hopefully I get put in that situation, but just don't know what I would do. Okay, there's a Willie Mays turn back the clock. Okay, it's nice. Say hey. Got Roger Maris and Willie Mays. Frank Viola. Another Dickie Thon. There's a Dwight Gooden again. Same centering issue with as the other one. Otherwise, looks pretty clean. Maybe, yeah, it looks pretty clean. Take a look at the back. Off centered, of course, on there. Not bad, but the centering is definitely off. That's well outside the 60-40 margins allowable under the PSA 10 guidelines. But hey, it's a hit, so we drink. All right, Willie Wilson, Ed Vanderberg, Jesse Barfield. And Orioles leaders, that's not Cal Ripken. That's Rick Dempsey. Ray Burris, Ben Oglivie, Billy Sample. It's not the right Yankee. Oh, we got loose gum in here. Listen. That gum is loose. It's not stuck. That is the first one I think I've opened. There's no, yeah, it just fell right out. So maybe there's no gum damage on no, there definitely is. Yeah, no, there's definitely gum damage. I was hopeful. Ray Miller, Lance Parrish, Bruce Bott, Joe Carter, Pedro Guerrero, All-Star. Set him aside over here. Get the All-Stars together. That's not the right Oriole that we're looking for. There's a Tony Perez record breaker. I haven't pulled any of those yet. Cesar Cedeno and John Russell. All right, next pack. Oh, the gum was pretty loose on this one too. It wasn't at one point. Thad Bosley, Gary Lucas, Bob Knepper, Jack Clark, Domingo Ramos. What else we got in here? Frank Robinson, turn back the clock. Not much else going on in that pack. Oh, we've got a Yankee in there. Hey, Jim Rice. Randy Hawkins. Rick Dempsey. Randy O'Neill. Not the right Astros. Jim Rice. Bob Shirley. Not the Yankee we're looking for. Roy Lee Jackson. Darryl Motley and a Chris Brown. Let's see if we can pick up the pace a little bit on these packs. don't want to stretch this video out too long. And if you are enjoying watching these videos, just ask that, just as a favor, hit the subscribe button, like the video, ring the bell, all those good things. Eddie Murray. It really helps me out as I'm trying to build the channel. Dennis Eckersley. I liked his mustache better with the when he was with the Oakland Athletics. Jim Rice. If you haven't seen what it looks like, look it up. It's a great mustache. Yep. Okay. Pretty much a bust with that pack. We've had several of those so far, but it happens. Pretty often. That's okay. We don't get too discouraged. We've already got a lot of great hits up there. 2 Pete Roses. Aside from the Nolan Ryan, I mean, Pete Rose is the most valuable card out of this box set. It's record breaker. That's Phil Nierko. Oldest pitcher to hurl shutout. I think Nolan. Well, I mean, how old was he? Does it say how old he was? Okay, let's read this. Phil Nierko becomes patriarch among pitchers to hurl shutouts. Happened October 6, 1985 in Toronto. Yankees, Phil Nierko. Necro? Oh, I'm saying it wrong. I'm going to say Necro. Became the oldest pitcher to hurl a shutout, whitewashing the Blue Jays at 46 years, 188 days old. Okay, yeah, he was old as heck. The former mark was held by Satchel Paige, listed at 46 years, 75 days old, when he spun shutout for St. Louis Browns versus White Sox September 20th, 1952. I mean, Satchel Paige entered the league at, 42 years old or something like that, and then pitched into his 50s. Satchel Paige was something else. What happened with the ink bleeding going on up here? That's weird. Tom Gorman. Daryl Boston. Said I was going to get through these packs a lot faster, and I start going off on tangents about Satchel Paige and Nolan Ryan. And, let's talk about Tom Seaver while we're at it. Just throw in all the great pictures. Pirates leader is Rick Rhoden. It's a Pete Rose record breaker. Most hits lifetime. All-time hits leader. 4,192nd hit makes him game's most prolific batsman. Happened on September 11th, 1985. Checklist. Turn back the clock. Fernando Valenzuela. De Concepcion. All right. Yeah, so the Pete Rose in this set, it is the first card in the set. It is number 1. And aside from Nolan Ryan, it is quite valuable in a perfect gem mint condition. Fortunately, all 3 of ours that we've gotten so far, not really even close. Kurt Wilkerson, Larry Sorensen. There's a Reggie Jackson. I don't like the condition of this card. Trying to use the light to kind of showcase some dings on the surface. Well, okay, maybe I just caught it in the wrong light. It looks like there is some surface damage right there. Corner's a little dinged up there. Reggie Jackson. Is Reggie Jackson on our list? I don't think he was. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, but he's going to go in the honorary pile. It's not that valuable of a card, not in this set. If you get one of his 70s cards, then yeah, it's got more value to it, but not in the 1986. There's more bleeding going on. What is going on with this insert set? Tom Foley wraps us up for that pack. Looks like we got a... Oh, I saw the Rick. I saw that Rick down there in the Yankees, and I thought we pulled a Ricky Henderson. But no, it's a troll. It's just Rich Bordy. What the hell is Rich Bordy? Ah, what a troll. So Fernando Valenzuela, record breaker. The Billy Sample again. I've already seen him before. Hey, there's Griffey Sr. Buddy Biancalana. Raleigh Fingers. Always like that name. We're getting a lot of, you know what, I'm going to set him over here. We need to do some mid-video cleanup of all these card fibers going on over here. It is getting a little messy. Here's our centering tool. It's a scraping tool. Clear these out. All right. All right, let's get back into it. This wraps up stack number 2 out of 4. Still got the other 2 piles over here to get to, so let's get through these quickly. Oh, it's the wrong Astros pitcher. Okay. Saberhagen, All-Star, Steve Henderson, Tony La Russa, Al Holland, Ozzie Virgil. All right, starting. We're halfway through. That pack wrapped up half of the box. Let's get through this one. Oh, that one's kind of loose. That gum was a little loose. Let's get through this box. So we get this, do it a little bit quicker this time. All right, Dave Johnson starting us off. Jim Gantner. Wrong Astros pitcher. When will we get the right pitcher for the Astros? The Astros manager. John Franco. Kevin Bass. Checklist. Cecil Fielder. Oh, wow. Look at that big old ink dot right there. Holy cow. Big old ink dot. Okay. A lot of bust on those. All right. Next pack. Okay. We're due for a big hit. It's been a while since we've had a good Hall of Famer. We are due for one any pack now. I feel like this might be the one. I just have a feeling. Whitey Herzog. Nice glasses. I like those. Bobby Brown. Mike Jones. All right. Maybe not this pack. Maybe it's this pack that I have a good feeling about. We are overdue. All right, leading us off is Jay Tibbs, Deion James, Steve Lyons, Ed Lynch. There's a Keith Hernandez, All-Star for the National League. It's the wrong Orioles. Okay. Oof. This box is a bit rougher than my first one so far, but you know, there's still several packs to go. Not too worried. Still got a lot of time that we can make up. Get out of here. Oh, checklist. Get out of here. That's a Fernando Valenzuela. What am I doing with my stacks over here? Those are record breakers. Those go over here. Those go over there. All right, turn back the clock. Another Valenzuela. Steve Jeltz, Bo Diaz. Well, it's a good thing that wasn't an important card because I just yeeted it off the table. It was just a Roy Smith. Nothing to worry about. Ray Knight, Hurdle, Mark Hargrove, Tommy Dunbar. Wow. We are definitely in a dry spell for sure. Can our luck turn around? Can this box be salvaged? Because as of right now, it looks like I just flushed away about $100. It's Keith Hernandez, most game-winning RBI in a season. John McNamara, Tony Fernandez, Willie McGee, All-Star. Wrong Orioles. Man, that's got to be about 10 packs in a row now that we've not gotten anything. That just means, you know, this last stack right here is going to be absolutely loaded. That's what that means. You got to go through a dry spell before you hit all the big ones. All right, we got Hubie Brooks. All-Star of Tim Wallach. Man, this is starting to get painful. I'm beginning to see why 1986 is a lot more expensive per box than, let's say, 87 or 88. I do like 88. 87's so-so, but I really do like 88. Man, this is just a bunch of garbage. This is kindling at this point. Just kindling. Here's one of those Pete Rose cards. Special insert for this year. The Pete Rose years. Jorge Bell. Leo Franco. All right, we are starting on the last stack here. Last stack. Mikey Jorgensen. American League leaders. This is going to be, or Oakland A's leaders. That's Dwayne Murphy. It's Kurt Gibson. Um, Kirk Gibson's not on our list. We'll put him in the honorable mentions over here with Mr. October. Hey, there we go. Finally, we've got ourselves a hit. That's centering though. It's consistent with the rest of the box, but it's off. Ricky Henderson. All-time steals. Stolen base leader. At least we got something so we can get our beak wet again. There we go. If you're wondering about the background and those Michael Jordans, and then you can see the Kobe Bryant, but he's missing his two other ones, the green and the red. Those are currently sitting in PSA's office right now in their warehouse, waiting to get inventoried, as they have been for the past month. It's kind of a slowdown on bulk submissions right now. They're taking right around the max time that they say it's going to take, around 65 days. I just got one in, a submission in today, and it was... Oops, let me finish off this pack. Cal Ripken on the back, and look at that. It had the gum. Or the, no, that's the wax. Man, that same thing happened. I think there's an order to these packs, because the same thing happened to my other box with the Cal Ripken. Anyways, yeah, so I got a smaller PSA submission, and it took right around 60 days. I mean, technically, this is one of the cards that we're looking for, and it is a hit, but it's the same condition as the other one. I don't know why I'm even sleeving this up, because I don't think I can clean that. I'm going to... And the corners are all scuffed, too. You can see how bad these corners are. See how fuzzy it is. Yeah. I mean, I could turn that up with the X-Acto knife, but I mean, I'm not that skilled at it. Just not that skilled. And no, it's not technically altering the card, because it was poorly cut in the printing factory, and sometimes there's just extra paper there that can be trimmed away. I've had several cards like that, and okay, we already went through all those. All right, so take a drink to Cal Ripken. Shame about the position of that card. And there's a George Brett. George Brett is on our list. Same centering issues. Yeah, this whole box is just a little off-centered. Set him there in the back, but yeah, as you can see, it's pretty thick on the left. The top to bottoms centering's a little bit better than on the prior box that we opened up in the previous video, but man, not too impressed with the condition of these cards. I might have to steer clear of 86 tops, because it is just seemingly impossible to get any kind of good Gem Mint candidates out of them. It's unfortunate, because these do cost quite a bit of money. There's a Darryl Strawberry coming up, and I don't like the centering on this one either. Left to right and top to bottom is not great. But hey, it's a Hall of Famer. It's a hit. We'll take it. Oh man, it's really good. So good. It definitely helps with the condition of these cards, I'll tell you that. Dave Righetti. Hey, there's Don Matt. Man, this pack was loaded. Okay, I told you once we started getting into the last stack, things were going to turn around. There's the Don Mattingly. Centering on the top to bottom is a bit better. Some extra card fiber there. I'm not going to mess with it too much. But left to right centering still not great. I mean, if I took my centering tool to it, I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera, but take the centering to it, and it's going to look like... Okay, so you see the red dotted line on the white border on the left and right side. That's not perfectly squared up either. Let me try to... Whoa, okay. Better when it's laying flat, not in my hands. I think that's about as close as I'm going to get. But as you can see, the red dotted line is on the black border over here. And then if you look over here, to the other side, it is way far off to the left side. That's outside the 60-40 margins. So at best, I think that card could get a 9 if it weren't for that corner up in the top right with that extra fiber, but we can clean that up. That's cleanable. And I mean, Don Mattingly, that's one of the better cards out of the set. I ran some comps on it, and let me see here. Yeah, in a PSA 10, that card will fetch around $450. The Ricky Henderson though, you're looking at about $400. The Pete Rose is just shy of $600 in a PSA 10 based off of recent comps. Why is that card like that? Usually it's turned around the other way. I want to say I had a pack. Oh, the gum was loose too. Well, it seems like it takes less surface damage if it's on the front. You don't get nearly as much residue from the wax on the front than you would on the back. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, let's look through the cards. Alan Wiggins, there's an Eddie Murray. Oh, look at that centering. Wow, wow, wow. There's the Damaso Garcia, All-Star, Tom Gorman. Dan Pasqua. Card here. Oh, a little sticky. Okay. Doesn't usually happen to these cards. The stickiness usually doesn't happen until you get into the Upper Deck era, when they use that high definition ink printing, that glossy look. 1989, and then Fleer Ultra 92, 93, at least in basketball. I'm not sure about baseball, but at least in basketball, those cards, I've bought a couple of boxes of Fleer Ultra 92, 93 basketball, and I've had entire boxes that were they were bricked. The packs were just all caked together because the ink, the glossy ink, just made all the cards stick, and it just wasn't salvageable. It's unfortunate because it's a total flushing of the money down the toilet kind of thing. Let's see what we got in this pack. Steve Garvey, no idea who that is. Rob Deere, don't know him either. Hey, there's an Ozzie Smith. Okay, and Luis De Leon, and then a Tom Tellerman. Let's take a look at Ozzie, everyone's favorite shortstop. Well, man, maybe not everyone's, but certainly the most dynamic and entertaining. Coming out on the field, doing his backflips. The corners, not great up top, but the centering's really nice. I might be able to salvage the corners. Let's take a look at the back centering. That's passable. Okay, that's can't complain too much about that back centering. Whoa, I just hit my camera because I dropped my penny sleeve. Steady. There we go. Sorry about that. I have to borrow an easel from over here. I'm going to move these out of the way. Our gallery up there is just looking a little pathetic. Not orderly at all. Let's see if we can straighten these out. It's a good thing I have long arms. Nice. I like all that glare. Some nice glare coming off of those cards. Maybe we adjust these again. A little bit of glare reduction would be nice. Some better lighting would be fantastic. It's probably about as good as I can get it. Okay, we're coming down the home stretch. Getting these last packs open. All right, Luis Sanchez, Ronce, Al Nipper, Terry Leach, Mario Ramirez, checklist, Terry Pendleton, nice centering on that one, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Get out of here. John Denny, Tommy John, Eddie Murray, wrong Astro, wrong Oriole. Hey, there's a Tony Gwynn. All right, that one looks pretty nice. A little whitening up here on the top corner, maybe a little whitening here on the edge. Centering actually looks pretty decent, top and bottom. I like it. I like that one. Might be our best candidate for a slab submission so far. And, oh, I do have some more easels over here. Put Tony Gwynn front and center. Tony Gwynn was a great hitter. You should listen to some podcasts and interviews of Greg Maddux talking about Tony Gwynn. That guy, Tony Gwynn, had Greg Maddox's number. There's just some pitchers, some of the greatest pitchers just could not. I don't know if Greg Maddux ever struck out Tony Gwynn. In his whole career. Like, if he did, it was like only once or twice. Tony Gwynn just knew how to hit off of Greg Maddux. Braves leader. Speaking of Braves, it's Dale Murphy. All right, we got Johnny Grubb, Mel Hall, someone else behind him, Kurt Young, Tim Burke. Red Sox leaders is that Wade? No, it's Dwight Evans. Okay. Mickey Hatcher, Ozzie Guillen. There's another Ricky Henderson. Same centering issue. I like that we're getting duplicates of some of these Hall of Famers, but I would like to see better conditioning. Still, yeah, there's Daryl Strawberry, but it's on the back. Ooh. See what I can do to clean it up, but I'm, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to set him aside over here. I'm going to save my last easel for hopefully a bigger hit in better condition. And since we pulled both Daryl and Ricky, we'll go ahead and take a drink. I've got just enough left in that glass for one more. Yankee. Who's the Yankee? Don Mattingly on the back. Ooh. Same issue. Hey, the Cal Ripken wasn't on the back. Cal Ripken in the middle of the pack. Decent condition. Centering's off left to right. Corners are not fantastic. Guess that's our hits that I was saving for. Okay. Put him up there and we'll just take our last swig of bourbon. If we get another hit, I don't know what we're going to do. Might have to pour a little bit more in there. We haven't even really gone through the pack. We just found them in the middle. So I was trying to sort through the cards. Steve Van Olen. The guy looks like he's about 60 in this picture. He started playing in 76, so okay. Stu Clyburn. Bill Buckner. Indians leader. Who is this? Andre Thornton. Darren Dalton. Mark Thurman. Frank White. If you're wondering where the Bo Jacksons are, the Bo Jacksons for the Royals was in the Topps traded set for 1986, which was his, I believe that's considered his true rookie card. So this is just the regular set. The traded set was basically what you would consider Series 2. So the Bo Jacksons, the Jose Canseco, the Barry Bonds, those will all be in the traded set. Because they didn't have a card in the Series 1. All right. Last pack. The Wade Boggs. Hey, that's a good one to start with. Centering's pretty decent, minus the top to bottom issue, but that's been very consistent throughout this whole series. For 1986, the top to bottom centering is just always off. I don't have an easel for him. All right, we'll stick him over here on top of his buddies over there. Pete Rose, but that's not the right Pete Rose. We want the Pete Rose numbered 1. This is 741, so that's his manager card, not his player's card. Not the one we're looking for. How about that name? Pete Vukovich. Look at that handlebar mustache. Look at it. Just drink it in. Oh, it's glorious. I'm gonna bring that back. I tried to, but my wife said no. Kirk Gibson, Dave Henderson, Lee Smith, and wrapping us up is Pat Tabler. Tabler? Tabler? Tabler. We're going to go with Pat Tabler. All right, so to recap, got 2 Ricky Hendersons. We've got 2 Pete Roses. And we got 2 Cal Ripkens over here. We got 2 Dwight Goodens. Let's see, let's pull them up over here. We got 1 Mike Schmidt, 1 Tony Gwynn. Mike Schmidt there. Got the George Brett in the back. We got, I think, 2 Darryl Strawberries. Yeah, we got 2 Darryl Strawberries. And we got 2 Don Mattingleys. Here's the other one. I didn't sleeve him up yet, but that's the wax damage or the bubblegum damage, whichever one. I don't remember if it's the front or back of the pack, but in any case. So there's 2 Don Mattingleys. We got 1 Ozzie Smith. We really get 1 Ozzie? Yeah, we just got 1 Ozzie. All right, so overall, not bad. Not terribly pleased with the condition of these cards, mostly with the centering. There are a couple in here that the centering's not bad, but I don't know if I've got any within the 60-40 margin. I'm going to have to take the centering tool to each and every single one of these just to make sure, but I think the closest one that's probably within the 60-40 is the Don Mattingly in the back, and it's still a little bit outside, possibly, but the Wade Boggs right here, that one's pretty good. That might be our best bet at getting a 10. The corners actually look pretty good, but the top to bottom centering is still off. There's only one way to find out, so we'll see. I'm going to put together a submission. I've already got some preloaded into a submission sheet or page on PSA. So I still have more boxes coming. I've got a 1987, might have another 88, and I believe I do have one more 86. I think I've got 3 boxes coming in 86, 87, 88. So look for those videos coming in the future. My schedule is to stay on point with at least 1 per week. And I'm going to try to stick to that and just rip through some. Well, it'll be a mix between vintage wax, the mid 80s for baseball, but I will definitely be getting into more modern stuff. I think the first video I've released so far is, I think, what did I do for that one? Topps Gallery 2022. Yeah, I think it was Topps Gallery. And probably get into maybe some 2023 Chrome. I really like Chrome. I have actually opened up. See, I did open up a jumbo, a hobby, and I've opened several blasters and a couple of monster boxes of Chrome so far, and I've gotten some really good stuff out of them. And recently, I also have opened quite a bit of 2022 Topps Chrome Sonic, and not a huge fan of it. I got a couple. Oh, I just bumped the cable on my camera. Sorry about that. I'm going to reach over here for a couple of cards that I have pulled out of Sonic. I did pull this green Ray Wave numbered out of 99 of an O'Neill Cruz rookie card. Let's see, there's numbered out of 99 there. And then I also pulled a Jacob deGrom. This is like a pink aqua Sonic something or other. This one's numbered out of 199. And I also pulled an orange black Sonic Charlie Blackman, which is numbered out of 25, and those are pretty hard to pull. I mean, those are, I don't remember the odds on them, but it's at least 1 in 4,000 packs, I think. Might have been higher, but in any case, it's maybe a $10 card. Yeah, it's just not highly desirable collectibles with collectors, and I can kind of see why, because I mean it's not a great set. The design's just not all that. I mean, it's flashy, but I just not really a fan of the design of the cards. I mean, you get your regular base Topps Chrome, which is fine for the base cards, but then you start throwing in these numbered parallels. Like this Sonic stuff is just kind of uninspired. Is probably the best I could put it. Just uninspired, you know. Just blah. I don't know how else to put it. It's just not great. But we'll be releasing more videos as more product comes in. And I'm really enjoying ripping through all these old sets, and hope to see you back in some more videos. So if you would do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then if you want to take it a third step, an extra step, want to go one up, you can hit that ring bell notification. Ring the bell. Yeah, ring the bell to get notified when new videos get released. In any case, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.